And it's time for us to unlearn the garbage. Your weekly self-help program, and I'm Rick Merleff from Positive Progress Counseling Associates. Cape Coral, Florida is my location. And what garbage are we trying to get rid of? How about some negative thoughts, beliefs that we've had? Many of us are held back by these, and they haunt us. Earlier experiences in life, that type of thing. And of course, as a therapist, I like to go very deep and help you, the client, try to understand where, number one, this stuff came from. Where did it originate from? And is it really true? And one of the exercises that I utilize pretty much during couple session is this handout. Comes from us from Dr. Elizabeth Frederick, and I am going to cite a link to her material in the description down below. But it's about our triggers. And normally, whenever we get involved in an argument with someone, our triggers are being activated. And these triggers, of course, are pain points. So let's take a look at a few of these and see if some of them may make sense to you. The fear of someone leaving. Now, you might have to still heal from abandonment, rejection earlier in life normally. Parent caretaker, that's a big one there in our family of origin. Maybe we didn't get consistent reassurance. And most feedback feels like criticism. You ever felt like that? Anything you've gotten is critical? Or maybe just neutral feedback and you thought it was critical? Well, that comes from a critical and disapproving caregiver. No matter what you did, there was always a criticism coming out of their mouth. I can remember being very young and coming out with, my mom called me a slop cart. Now, I don't know what that is, but even to this day. But it always sounded very critical. Now we laugh about it. Let's move on here. Raise voices, tones, and look on a person's face. In other words, verbal and nonverbal cues. Well, maybe we came from a chaotic environment and our parent or caregiver was scary and unpredictable. We didn't know. All we knew is when we saw that look or heard that tone, it meant bad news, didn't it? Sure it did. And now we react very much the same as we get older. How about not feeling worthy or good enough? That is underneath everything, folks. The feeling of not being good enough. We all have that. And that comes from, of course, we had to perform to earn our worth in our families through grades or sports or some activity. And if you didn't do that, or maybe even you didn't get the reassurance, guess what? We went out and earned a little bit more. Kind of like a treadmill. But when you take a step back from this, you realize that your self-worth, you shouldn't have to earn that from anyone. That should be there. It should be yours. Let's move down the list here a little bit. Feeling like you're a burden. Well, your needs were ignored when you were younger. Now you become afraid of asking or needing help. Normally, some of the clients that I work with, they don't want to ask. They feel like they're going to be a burden on someone. And that, of course, comes from not getting your needs met. And feeling dismissed or invalidated, I think this is, once again, a universal one that no matter who you are, you got that one. And that was because we were not allowed to have or show any emotion. Any emotion. We had to shut down. And And of course, culturally, this varies too. It all comes from our family systems. And remember, our family of origin programs us, for a better lack of terms, for future relationships. And that's why I love doing this work with couples and individuals, because you're able to help them unlearn that garbage. I'm Rick Minolat, and if you want to reach me, my contact information, of course, is below. Now go unlearn your garbage.